Have you ever wondered what storms rage within the mind of a narcissist behind that cold mask when you decide to walk away? Is there a hint of regret creeping in, or merely the fury of a defeated soul silently scheming for a new conquest? Today, let us step into the dark labyrinth of narcissistic psychology, lifting the veil on the cunning schemes they weave when their prey dares to break free from their gilded cage. Brace yourself, for the naked truth may leave you stunned. In the distorted world of a narcissist, control is the ultimate power. When the bond with you is severed, their first instinct isn't remorse, but an insatiable thirst for domination. They will awaken your compassion, stir up guilt, and turn you into a puppet in their intricately staged drama of manipulation. Silence becomes their weapon, as they believe you will eventually come crawling back. But if you are strong enough to move forward, the real battle has only just begun. Like a predator robbed of its prized prey, the narcissist will unleash every underhanded tactic to reclaim their trophy. Never underestimate their greed and ruthlessness, for you are the target they are determined to possess. So, how do you break free from this toxic cycle and protect yourself from their sophisticated psychological traps? Join us as we decode their dark secrets, equipping you with a steel shield to embark on your journey toward true freedom and happiness. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to continue exploring fascinating psychological mysteries, harnessing your inner strength and creating a fulfilling life. They unleash their narcissistic rage. In the distorted world of a narcissist, you are nothing more than a lifeless puppet in their hands, forever dancing to the tune of manipulation and control. They immerse themselves in the illusion of absolute power, reducing you to a mere tool to satisfy their insatiable selfish cravings. Your value is trampled, your dignity diminished, and your spirit eroded by venomous criticism and insidious manipulation. All of this serves one sole purpose: feeding their enormous yet incredibly fragile ego. However, when you bravely stand up, break the chains, and step out of that toxic game, they are utterly stunned. Your departure feels like a thunderous slap to their arrogant ego, leaving them feeling wounded and enraged. They cannot fathom the audacity of your betrayal or your escape from the control they painstakingly built. In blind fury, they will seek revenge, blaming you for all their suffering. Ironically, their suffering doesn't stem from remorse or self-awareness, but from losing their puppet to control, their source of energy to fuel their starving ego. Like parasites, they draw strength from your negative emotions, your pain, your anger, your confusion. When you stop reacting, stop playing by their rules, they are left feeling empty and terrified. They react like a spoiled child deprived of a toy, throwing irrational tantrums and hurling insults. They cannot accept reality, let alone engage in mature communication. All they want is to regain control over you, forcing you back into their toxic vortex. But remember this: you deserve happiness. You deserve a life of freedom and peace. Yet, when their rage and blame fail to sway you, the narcissist will turn to a new chapter in their manipulation playbook, the hoovering tactic. They pull you back. In this strategy, they rewind time, evoking the passionate early days like a slow memento romantic film. It's easy to be drawn in by their loving words and dreamy gestures, making you once again fall into the illusion of true love and their supposed miraculous transformation. We've shared so many beautiful memories. How could you throw it all away? These whispered words seem to awaken every longing in your heart. They will shower you with flowery compliments, excessive care, and surprise gifts, all aimed at lulling your rational mind to sleep, immersing you in a fabricated sense of happiness, and making you forget what you had uncovered. This love-bombing phase, also known as the idealization stage, is the gateway to the narcissistic cycle of abuse. It might be the first time you experience it, or one of many if you've escaped before, only to be pulled back in. Initially, you are lifted to cloud nine with sweet talk, only to be torn down with criticism and devaluation, and ultimately discarded without remorse. This is the cruel cycle in which you'll remain trapped if you let the narcissist re-enter your life. Many of us are all too familiar with this cycle as it appears in various relationships, romantic, familial, friendships, even professional. It is profoundly painful, especially for those with empathetic hearts, who approach others with sincerity but find themselves entangled with someone selfish and unfeeling. The harsh truth is that for a narcissist, love and care are merely cards in their manipulation game. They lack the capacity for genuine affection and cannot feel the pain of others. Every action they take is rooted in selfishness and calculation. They manipulate you by sowing doubt while simultaneously soothing you with a rain of love, leaving you lost in a labyrinth of emotions. They are master puppeteers, pulling the strings of your mind, making you sway between love and doubt, trust and disappointment. Once they successfully draw you back into their web and the intoxication of the forbidden fruit fades, prepare yourself for the second round of their abusive cycle. If you've never experienced it before, brace yourself for the harsh spiral of 3 phases: idealization, devaluation, and eventual discard. Each phase is a masterful performance of psychological manipulation, lies and deceit, and it all begins again with love bombing. Stay vigilant and clear-headed. Do not let the illusion of a narcissist's charm cloud your judgment. Sweet words, caring gestures, and tears of remorse, all at a shiny facade, a meticulously crafted strategy to regain control over your life. Their allure is like a beautiful but fleeting mirage, a morning glory flower that blooms only to wither by evening. No matter how sweet the promises or romantic the gestures, it all lacks sincerity and the depth required for a genuine connection. The mask they painstakingly wear will eventually fall, revealing their true nature: a manipulative, controlling, and selfish individual. To protect yourself, you need to build strong fortresses, establish clear boundaries, and always remember the harsh reality. Narcissists are masters at exploiting vulnerabilities, planting seeds of doubt, and instilling insecurity to manipulate their prey. Keep your mind sharp, focus on your happiness, and courageously say no to their sweet temptations. Remember, their charm isn't about love, it's about power. Your autonomy is their greatest threat, and seduction is their most potent weapon to strip it away. Therefore, protect your inner peace, trust your instincts, and never forget that their change is merely an illusion. The strength to resist a narcissist lies within you, in your ability to hold firm to your true values, and in your choice to prioritize inner freedom over hollow promises. Be brave, keep walking forward, and never look back. They play the victim to exploit your empathy, your compassion and empathy. Qualities that once made you shine in the eyes of a narcissist now become a double-edged sword, turning you into the perfect prey for them to exploit mercilessly. With their astonishing ability to adapt, narcissists are masterful actors, skillfully using every emotional tool to evoke your sympathy, guilt, and even a sense of responsibility. They often cast themselves as pitiful victims, recounting haunting tales of a troubled childhood, deep emotional scars, or the cruel injustices life has inflicted upon them. Each story, every detail, whether rooted in truth or entirely fabricated, is meticulously crafted like a tragic play. They paint a sorrowful portrait of themselves, complete with dramatic tears and a choked voice, making you feel as though you are the only beacon of light, hope, and meaning in their otherwise dark and desolate world. But if this tactic doesn't work, they can swiftly change strategies, turning to threats, blame, or even planting seeds of fear in your mind. They might say things like, "If you leave me, you're just like everyone else," judgmental and heartless, or worse, "Without you, I can't survive." These statements, which may sound like desperate cries for help, are not genuine expressions of remorse or a desire to change. Instead, they are tools designed to keep you ensnared, making you feel trapped and unable to walk away. These sweet yet desperate performances are poisoned arrows aimed directly at your kind heart and empathetic nature. They want you to believe you are their sole savior, the only one who can heal their wounds and bring meaning to their life. However, the harsh truth is that none of these words or actions stem from genuine love. They are born from a deeper need to maintain power and control over you. Always remember that compassion does not mean self-sacrifice, and empathy should never become a tool for someone else to manipulate. You are not responsible for healing the wounds of someone unwilling to change themselves. Setting clear boundaries is how you protect your heart and preserve your inner strength. Do not let flowery words lead you astray into a toxic relationship. Be strong, hold firm to your values, and choose to walk away from anything unworthy of the love and respect you bring to life. Protect your peace, cherish your well-being, and never lose sight of the fact that you deserve a healthy, meaningful connection, free from manipulation and exploitation. Walk away and don't look back. Many people find themselves trapped in the endless cycle of suffering with toxic individuals, leaving and returning time and again. Why does this happen? It's because they are deceived, not just by the toxic person but also by their own illusions. They convince themselves of the existence of a perfect relationship or an ideal partner that the toxic individual never truly was. They cling to the imagined love rather than the harsh reality of who they are dealing with. They hold on to hope that things will change, that one day the toxic person will awaken and transform into the ideal partner. They envision a brighter future where the relationship flourishes like a fairy tale with a happy ending. But the harsh truth is, a toxic person will never change their nature. They only love themselves. And any displays of affection or care at the beginning were merely tactics to manipulate and monopolize attention. Walking away from a narcissist can feel like being lost in a maze with no exit, where every turn brings you back to the same pain. This entrapment isn't just emotional, it's psychological, financial, and even spiritual. Narcissists weave themselves into every corner of your life, exploiting your vulnerabilities and distorting your perception of reality to keep you under their control. The painful bonds they create make leaving feel like betraying your own heart, as if walking away means giving up on a love you once believed in. Despite enduring deep wounds, many people ignore the red flags. They overlook the pain, dismiss the insults, all in a futile effort to hold on to fleeting illusions. But when you confront the truth, the only thing a narcissist truly cares about is themselves. At first they seem loving, attentive, and devoted, as if you were the center of their universe. But this is merely a ploy to trap their prey. Once their goals are achieved, whether it's control, attention, or a sense of power, they quickly drop the act. Then come the criticisms, devaluation, and controlling behavior. They manipulate you, making you feel small, worthless, and insignificant. Eventually, when you no longer serve their needs, they discard you without remorse. They may even brag about their conquest as if it's a trophy they earned. If you dare to resist or expose their true nature, you'll face their wrath, blame, insults, and even more insidious manipulation. Narcissists are like master actors, always wearing a perfect mask in public. To the outside world, they appear admirable, kind, charming, even selfless. But behind closed doors, their true nature emerges, selfish, cruel, and ruthless. They never admit fault, always shifting blame onto their victims and twisting the truth to preserve their image. Victims are further manipulated by their own fears. Fear of loneliness, fear of failure, and fear of confronting the painful truth that the love they hoped for never existed. Yet, once they accept this truth, that there's no salvation to be found with the toxic person, they can begin to break free. The reality is that leaving a narcissist isn't just about walking away. It's a powerful act of reclaiming yourself. It means shattering the illusions they've built around you and rediscovering your self-worth, independent of their validation or approval. This requires courage, self-compassion, and often support from friends, family, or professionals. Recognizing the patterns of manipulation and abuse is the first step toward freedom, but it's your belief in your right to happiness and peace that will guide you toward healing. Remember, a toxic person doesn't love you. They love the way you serve their ego. Don't let illusions keep you imprisoned. Love yourself enough to walk away, to reclaim your freedom and the peace you rightfully deserve. This journey of uncovering the dark corners of narcissistic psychology concludes here. But this is only the beginning of your path to true freedom and happiness. I believe that understanding the harm caused by narcissistic abuse is the first step toward healing your emotional wounds and emerging stronger. That's why I am here, ready to accompany you on this journey through my knowledge-sharing videos and experiences on my YouTube channel. Always remember, you are not alone. Many people are facing or have faced the pain inflicted by narcissistic abuse. Don't hesitate to share your story in the comments below so we can heal together, overcome together, and move toward a better life. One filled with peace, confidence, freedom, and abundance. I look forward to hearing from you and sharing this journey with you.